The windowsill is literally one of the only surfaces in here now that I can actually put you on. Today is the 28th, Wednesday the 28th of June. Yeah. Literally sitting. What are you whinging about? What's your problem? Sitting in my pyjamas, I know, fabulous, on a cabinet. Well, this is not a cabinet, this is a bedside table. These aren't actually staying in here, these are to go with this. It's in a different room in the house. If you can't tell, there is no more bed in here. That's why I'm sitting on this instead of a bed. Pepper. You can't see Pepper, but she's on the floor just staring at my phone. There's no more bed, Iris. And the desk is gone as well. The only thing that's in here is the headboard that was with the bed. The actual bed itself and the base is gone. If you can't tell, it's really, like, it was echoey in here anyway. Now it's really echoey. Do you want to go, Pepper? You do this every time I film. As soon as I close that door, you're like, I want to leave. Do you not like the camera? Let me let these cats out and then I'll show you the fantastic new room. It already looks so much different. So obviously that is the headboard that came with the bed. We still have a cat in here. Hello, Iris. That was where the bed was. And what's your problem? What are you whinging about? Yes, that was where the bed was. That was where the desk was. They are now both gone. So this room looks so much bigger. I'm leaning up against the door right now, so I feel like you can really see now how big this room is. Yeah, so those like bedside tables aren't actually staying in here, but this is the only room in the house at the moment that's got the space to store stuff. So my plan was now to show you actually, now the bed's gone and the desk is gone, I feel like I can now actually show you what my game plan is for my new layout of this new bedroom. Where do we begin? What's your problem? I'm whinging. You're gonna help me show people where I'm gonna have my new layout, Iris, even though you have no idea where things are going. Do you even know what life is? As you're walking through the door. So I'm leaning up against the door right now, so imagine me walking in. So right in front of you, kind of where the chair is where that full chest of drawers is going. It fits perfectly from the width of the wardrobe until about just before the blind, I think, or it might be exactly where the blind sort of starts, is about the width of the chest of drawers. So they're going to go there because I'm not having a door on the wardrobe. I'm going to have like a curtain instead. Like, I've not got to worry about opening a door or anything like that. Obviously the wardrobe, I don't think I've shown you this properly, but this is the wardrobe. My step down needs to fill in those holes, and there's like where the door was, because there used to be a door on this obviously, but my brother's ripped it off. He's going to fill in where like the latches were and things for the door. Really big, and obviously there's loads of just stuff. Some of it's mine, some of it's not staying in here because I've put some like storagey bits in here already that I don't need in my new room at the moment, but will be in this room. Two sort of shelves. So my plan was obviously to use the hanging space for tops and things, and then the two shelves I was going to put like my shoes. And you've got a cabinet up there which is quite big and deep. I'm not too sure what I'm going to put up there at the moment, but I know I'll have something to put there. This whole space I'm going to have clear. Massive windowsill, which is lovely. Here where the headboard is, it actually is about the same size as my vanity table, which is going to go here. Really nice in this alcove. It's not going to be like in anybody's way because obviously my vanity table is quite big and bulky, so in this alcove it fits really nicely. And like I say, it's actually about the width of this headboard. Imagine that headboard as my vanity table. And then if I turn from the vanity table, here will be my ottoman bed. Up against this wall, I've measured it. It's from this wall all the way up until end of the the beginning of the brown boxing is roughly how big my ottoman bed is. And my ottoman bed is space, all that space by the door will all be free. The mirror I'm planning to have there next to my wardrobe. If I'm leaving my room, I can instantly turn look in the mirror, see if my outfit looks nice, see if my makeup looks good, and I can go. So that is pretty much where I'm planning to have things. Still haven't figured out if that alarm clock works yet. Well, this is a flattering angle. Little updates on my Temu haul. Don't know if that alarm clock works. Watch my episode 2 where my Temu haul was. I was waiting for one more parcel that was a tripod. If you don't know, so if you don't receive all your order within 48 hours, because obviously Temu give you a time slot, or a date slot, sorry. So they gave me a date slot and they said if you don't get it 48 hours after your date slot, then you get £5 credit. It had been 48 hours after that date slot, and I then got a £5 credit from Temu saying, oh, your order is late, it should be with you soon. It had been a week since the date slot. I then got an email from Temu saying, we will refund you your item. I think it's been lost in transit, which is a little bit annoying because I kind of needed that tripod, but it's fine. It's a tripod at the end of the day. The only thing I was a little bit miffed at, and I want you to know in case this happens to you, they don't actually refund you the money. So the tripod was £7.98. They don't actually refund you the money. They just put credit onto your Temu account. So you don't get that money back into your bank account. It will go into your Temu account, which means you can only use that money on Temu, which is a little bit like, it's a little bit cheeky. I'd like to warn people. So if you are buying anything off it, and you get like a refund, it's not going to go back into your bank account, it's going to go into your Temu account as credit, just so you know. But everything else I'm so happy with. If you were interested in buying anything from Temu, just keep those things in mind. Big bits of furniture is now gone. I feel like I could show you more properly where I wanted things, because obviously with the bed before I literally couldn't walk anywhere because the bed was right in the middle of the floor. I had a little talk with my mum last night. She's given me a little update of what she's doing. I'm not actually here the day she's doing it. On this Saturday she is planning to sand and gloss all the skirting boards. You see those white skirting boards there and things like that. She's planning to sand them and gloss them and stain them on Saturday. She just can't do the wardrobe yet because obviously my stepdad needs to fill in the holes. Yeah, she's not doing the door yet either. It's actually the stuff that's here, the sanding stuff. I'm not going to pick that up because that's heavy. That's what her plan is to do on Saturday. Like I said, I'm not actually here. I'm seeing family on Saturday. On the wall where the radiator is, there was like that dark blue paint. Two older brothers were in here. God, they haven't been in here since probably like 15 years ago, I think. Maybe even longer than that. They painted this room dark blue. So that just sort of proves how long those haven't been done. Everything's out is actually a really good time to do it, because obviously, like, if you get it on anything, you can't get it out. So that's why it's really good for us to do it now, or my mum to do it now, because there's like literally nothing in here. I'm so excited to actually get in this room now. I think for the first week or two I was kind of looking forward to moving in here, but I was actually more anxious about moving. I know I'm only moving bedrooms. It's literally like my wall is, that wall there is connected to my actual room. And I feel like it's one of those things, some people will understand, some people won't. Me changing bedrooms, quite a big change. It does help that I've lived in my own bedroom for ages. I'm moving into such a bigger space. I want it to be big, open, welcoming, have the space. But that's what's also making me quite anxious about it, is because I'm used to such a tight, closed space that I feel like as soon as I move into a bigger room, I'm just worried I'm gonna feel very lost. And I want to say this, and like, because if you ever feel like this, like, this is me saying that you're not alone. Sudden changes happen. I kind of feel like I turn into a kid a bit. I'm not very good with words. If you are scared of change, or you're scared of feeling lost in a space or things like that, you know, you're not alone. It's moments like this I do feel quite lonely. I was talking about this to my mum the other day. Last week I was suffering with some autism burnout, which some of you might know it, some of you probably don't. Last week was horrible for my mental health. When I was editing back my episode 2 of this series, I could tell just exhausted I look, and I feel like I look and sound extremely drained. I feel so much better now, like hand on heart, truthfully, I feel a lot better now. Last week I was not in the mood. It's moments like when I'm suffering with autism burnout, which is a thing. If you didn't know autism burnout is a thing, it is. I didn't realise it was a thing. And when I had moments like this, kind of jokingly said, oh, I'm just having a bit of autism burnout. I didn't realise it was actually a thing that you can get when you're autistic. Autism burnout is actually a thing, so there you go. I didn't really tell anyone because no one in my family is autistic that I know of. Very lonely last week. It's one of those things, like, I feel like I've got no one to turn to because I don't even know where to begin to describe what autism burnout is for me. I feel like I had no point to tell anyone. It's one of those things, I feel like I've got no one around me to help me with it. But I know I do. I have a very loving, supportive family. And if I did, like, if I went up to any of them right now and said, I'm not doing the greatest, could you help me with this, this and this, they would help me as much as possible. But when it's something to do with my autism, I think because it's still so new to me, I'm trying to learn myself. So then trying to describe it to someone who's not autistic, it feels like it's the most impossible challenge in the world. Last week I didn't tell anyone, I just sat with the feelings because I've only known I'm autistic since December last year, so I am still learning about it. But even if I'd known my whole life I was autistic, I don't think I'd ever be able to describe what it is because it's such weird sensations and feelings that, like, I just I'm not good with words anyway. To describe something that's really hard to describe, it's just like there seems like there's no point to me. Anyway, just had a bit of deep chats with you, you know. This is kind of what this series is. That's why I, like, in the first episode I put about I left in the part about that I'm not very good with change. It was actually making me feel very, like, anxious about moving bedrooms. I left that in because it is true and it's not something I should be ashamed or not feel like I can talk about it, because we are open and honest on this channel. That is my TED talk for today. I hope you enjoyed. But it is a part of life. Mental health is a big part of your life, which you should take care of. That is the plan of this new room. That is the plan my mum is doing. And that is the mental health update. Today is Friday the 30th of June. How is it already the 30th of June? Tomorrow's literally the 1st of July. Where is this year gone? That is actually scary. Already over halfway through this year. So what? Back on my bed. Just a different angle this time. You were there before. To do some more gem organisation. Episode 2 of my bedroom rent. You saw I ordered these 2 gem boxes from Amazon and I realised it wasn't enough. I ordered some more gem boxes. That is what I'm going to do today. I'm going to sort out, because this was all I had left. I've actually just found a few more gems in other places. These are some of the other gems I found. As I was sorting them out, the 2 bags that these were a part of split, so that's why they're, like, loose. But yeah, these are the ones I found, and I do have some more, but I'm using them for different things at the moment. As soon as I have finished using the other ones I've got, I will then add them to this collection. So that's what I'm going to do now. As I've already got, I'm going to see if any of the colours that I already have match these. I'm looking at them. I don't think any of them really will. Creating a new box for one of these colours if I've already got them in my collection. So this has got majority of the, like, solid colour gems that you saw on my bed. The top rows have got some more iridescent shiny ones. My plan is to swap the iridescent shiny ones into a new box, and then I can put these solid colours in this box, so all these solid, just plain colours are all together, if you get what I mean. I'm first going to see if we've got any matches, box them all up. Literally only had 1 match, which is fine. I didn't think many of these new gems would match my ones that I already have, but I wanted to have a look because you never know. The matching one first and then create some new boxes and things. Done. Is all the like single packet solid matte colours that I have for the moment. I'm now going with these that I had remaining when I did this the first time around. The original box. The only row now that's different is this top row. They're all pretty much like matte solid gems. This was box 2 that we did last time, and this is the box that I'm doing at the moment. I'm gonna add these into here. Shouldn't take me too long because obviously these are all pretty simple and I've only got 2 there, so crack on with it. Let's get this done. Put all my gems away. Like I said, there's a few left. That would be like 90% of the gems away, which is good, and these boxes are so handy. So I now know where exactly all my gems are, whatever colours I need, styles, if I want them matte, if I want them shiny, whatever, I know exactly where they are. I kind of wish I had done this sooner, but here we are, and they're going to be great for my new room. Let's crack on with these and get this 90% done. And they're done. Obviously, I said there's still some gems I'm using at the moment, which are loose packet ones again, so I know I'm going to fill up these when I organise them. But yeah, they're the ones I just did. They didn't even fit a row, but those were the last ones I had remaining. That's 90% of my gems in some form of, that's a spare one, in some form of box. Yay, highly recommend these if you own a hell of a lot of gems like I do, because literally those 2 boxes are full and this one. I own a lot of gems, but this is part of my creation, so I need them. Today is Wednesday the 5th of July. I am finally finishing these, the gems. I'm not going to do a time lapse of them because I haven't got many left. That's what I have left. Not many left. And I think a few of them will have pairs in this box. So I'm going to pair them, and then whatever's don't have pairs up. You know, we've been here. We've done this multiple times. I'm going to finish off the rest of the gems I've got here. And that is all the gems I have in my room at the moment, away into my new storage. I'm done. Near enough all of them are pretty much full. This top one's got all my solid just like plain colour gems, and then the next 2, this one's completely full. This has lots of colour, funky shiny ones, and then this is nearly full. Still have 1 box free, which is great. That is all my gems finally in its new storage. It would be very handy for my new room because I know exactly where I'm putting them. But in here, they are like, they're thin but they're bulky because obviously I've got 3 of them, and in here I just have to plonk them somewhere because I've just not got the room to put them. Which is why I'm actually so excited to move bedrooms. This room has been driving me crazy recently. I think it's because I love this bedroom, and if you live in it, you get used to it. You sort of work with the space you have. But I think it's because I know now I'm going to be moving into such a bigger room. So I'm like itching to get into that. Next week, which is the week of the 10th of July, that's the Monday, my mum and stepdad have that week off, and so do I. I'm not planning to work that week either. Planning to finish off, they're building a cabin in our back garden at the moment. I'll have to show you that at some point, maybe when it's nearly done, which it is nearly done. They're planning, because my stepdad has 2 weeks off, but my mum has 1 week off and I have 1 week off as well. Yeah, they're planning to finish that off because they've literally got the roofing and the flooring to do, like, that they have to do. Finish that off at like the beginning to middle of next week, And then my mum said hopefully by the end of next week to definitely the week after, I should hopefully be moving into my new bedroom. Oh, speaking of my new room, if you remember, there was some holes in the wardrobe and around the wardrobe where the doors used to be. My stepdad filled in those last night, which was very, very good, very handy. He also took the mirror that was behind the door off the wall. That was very good. Then we'll show you the new room. Wow. Oh, hi there. This is a interesting development. Hi, Pepper. As soon as I close the door, you whinge. Do you mind? Obviously, mirror off the wall, which used to be there, is now off. This isn't actually staying in here. This is to go in, you know, the cabin I was talking about? That's going in the cabin. But obviously, we're using this room at the moment as a storage place. That's the mattress with the bed. That's Nigel. Have you seen Nigel? I don't know. Iris, Pepper, Ollie. I don't know where Violet is. He filled in some of the scrapes and the holes that were here. Pepper, I literally closed the door for a second and now you're whinging. Can you just like hold up? But this was the holes in the window, the wardrobe that he also filled in here, which was where one of the doors was. It's probably gonna be hard to tell, but she also did do the skirting board on Saturday. She hasn't done the wardrobe yet because she wanted my stepdad to fill in the holes so she can actually now gloss the wardrobe, but she did all the skirting boards. Hey mate, how you doing? What do you want? Jealous. Going in the cabin. That's going in the cabin. The headboard, I think they're going to sell it. Obviously that's staying in there because that's mine. And that's pretty much a little update of the new room. It's coming along well. I don't know when my mum's, I think she said she might do it at the weekend, and I'm not actually here again on Saturday. I'm seeing my family again Saturday. I feel like this episode 3 of this renovation series has been a little bit of like catch up and deep chats. I feel like I've been sitting and talking to you guys quite a lot this week. I think on Saturday or Sunday my mum's planning to finish off the glossing, like I say, where the wardrobe was. She's then planning to start painting, at least painting the blue walls. We're gonna paint, I think I said in my first episode, we're gonna paint all the walls cream to begin with, and then the 2 short walls are gonna be purple. Because obviously she can't paint the wall with the big like cabinet on, because she needs my stepdad to take that off, but obviously then we need the cabin to be finished, so that's why everything's been like kind of stopped, because we kind of need the cabin to be done with for us to then really sort of continue. Anyway, that was a little bit of a bedroom renovation update. Hiya, Editing Georgina here. I just finished editing this video and realised it was already really long, so I didn't really do like a proper outro. I kind of gave you an update on everything, but I didn't say goodbye because I thought in my head I didn't have enough footage to make a full episode yet, but I actually do. Voiceover Georgina is now here to say goodbye. I hope you enjoyed episode 3 and you're excited to see my mum finishing off the glossing and start painting, and hopefully, maybe, starting to move some furniture into my new room. Who knows? But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give it a like, subscribe, and this was a very chatty video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you whenever I next see you.